Good morning. Okay, so AlliRambles coming back at you for Saturday morning ramble, podcast mug in hand. I was trying to figure out, I was like, okay, I can't talk about podcasts for a third week. I mean, I could, and I would love to, but I'm not going to, although it's going to get mentioned in the grand scheme of the conversation. But I've been thinking a lot this week about keeping up with your friends. I have never been a great correspondent. As far as in the literal sense of being a correspondent, I am very bad at writing and sending letters. I've been married for 11 years, and there's a bag in our guest closet that has thank you notes from our wedding that I wrote and addressed. Some of them may even have stamps on them, and they're in a bag in my guest closet. So as far as the literal correspondent, but even just kind of keeping up with people, I have a terrible habit of being an out of sight, out of mind kind of friend sometimes. And social media has made that mostly better, occasionally worse, but mostly better. I know some people think that social media makes it harder to have real connections with people, and I won't argue with that because there's a lot of times that's true. It makes it very easy to have surface conversations, but not necessarily the deeper ones. But I mean, you got to do some of that work, right? You can't just expect Facebook to do that for you, right? I mean, right? But I wanted to talk today about, I have discovered an app recently. I've had it for a little while, didn't use it very much. And a friend, a dear friend, that I hadn't stayed in very good contact with over the past couple of years. We used to talk all the time, constantly, through emails and messages and texts. And then we just kind of stopped. Life got in the way. We both married and had kids and things to do, and we're in different cities. Well, she texted me this week and asked if I had the Marco Polo app. And I said, yeah, I don't use it much, but I've got it. And she's like, okay, well, our other mutual friend just introduced me to it, and I love it. I was like, okay, I'll add you. And y'all, I have sent and received 50 polos this week. For those of you who aren't familiar, Marco Polo is an app that basically allows you to send, think of it as the text message version of FaceTiming, okay? It's a video walkie-talkie, I've heard it described. So like you would send someone a video chat, and then at their convenience, they send you one back. And you can have groups. And so it's me and these two friends have a group chat open all week, and we have just been cracking each other up. I've talked to these beautiful women more this week than in the past 6 years combined. And it has been a balm on my weary soul. And so I made my husband download it. We send each other goofy face videos, which is a challenge because of our jobs, but we managed to find ways. And one of my best friends in the world, I was like, you have this right, because I need to see your face more. And so it has allowed me a way to keep up with them that for some reason I wasn't doing before. And now I am, because it's fun and it's easy. And so kind of what I guess my point was, I wanted to talk this week about ways that it is easy and fun to reach out to people and keep in contact with people. So that's a big one. My best friend and I, we live in the same city, and we still don't see each other super often because life. We grown folk. We got jobs and families, and we tired. We're so tired. And so we don't get to do as much fun stuff as we did when we were young and weren't tired all the time. Younger. And we have been talking we've actually gotten to see each other a lot lately, and we are very seriously thinking about making a podcast. Which just kind of cracks me up that is, and it is sometimes even a mocked version of this, but it is a modern equivalent of how do I ensure that we talk to each other? Oh, well, let's have a scheduled appointment where other people are waiting for our conversation. You've heard me talk ad nauseum about the McElroy brothers and their first podcast that they did, my brother and me, kind of started out as a way to make sure that the three of them talked to each other when they were in different cities. That was kind of the origin of it, was just a way for the three of them to hang out on a recorded call and make each other laugh. And then other people enjoyed listening to it, and then they got picked up by a sponsored network, and now they've been doing it for 8 years and have an entire oeuvre of various audio products, and sometimes visual products, whatever. That sounded weird the way I said it. They had a TV show for a brief time, that's what I mean. Look it up, it's hilarious. And so she and I are very seriously thinking about getting this started. And so I promise you that if and when that happens, I'll let you know, in case you think I'm funny but maybe aren't so much a fan of all of this, which you're allowed to feel. Just because I'm beautiful doesn't mean I'm everyone's style of beautiful, right? There's a great quote I heard years ago from Dita Von Teese that said, "You could be the juiciest peach in the world and you're still going to find people who don't like peaches." I think that's pretty great. Anyway, that was very rambly. More so than other times. Maybe because I didn't think about it much ahead of time. I was just like, what can I talk about? Oh, so I'm going to very highly recommend the Marco Polo app. It's a very fun and simple way to keep in contact with people, to make your friends laugh or have them make you laugh if that's your style. Maybe me and my friends are just complete goofballs. Maybe what you need is a way to keep in touch with friends for prayer requests, or which, by the way, I'm also doing on this app. But it's just a nice way. So much of social media can actually kind of make you feel more distant in a way, both literal and figuratively. And I have found this one to be very beneficial at making me feel closer to people. So, kind of just wanted to recommend that. And also, this is the call your mother. This is the recommendation. Reach out to a friend. You never quite know who really needs that phone call, that text message, that cute card in the mail. Y'all, do not underestimate the value of snail mail. If you find some cute little cheap thing in like that dollar section of Target and you think, oh my gosh, my friend Samantha would love this. This is so funny. Buy it. Buying that and mailing it to her is going to cost you maybe $3 or $4, and that might make her entire week. Like, do you know how cool it is to get mail that's cool? Because, like, so much of the stuff in your mailbox is either bills or complete waste of money and time junk. And so when you get something that's a gift, I don't care if it's an eraser shaped like a popsicle. It says, "You're the bomb, Pop." That would make my day. Because it means that somebody saw a thing and said, this will make Allison happy, so I'm going to get it, and I'm going to send it to her. I don't care that it costs $1. I don't care that it's an eraser that I will surely lose. It's a sweet gesture. So this is your call to action. Go do an easy, random act of kindness for a dear friend that you haven't spoken to in a while. Even if all it is a text message that said, "Hey, hope you're having a good day." Do it. No, I'll save that for another time. I have a whole long thread I want to talk about compliments and their value and importance, but I've already been rambling for 9 minutes, so I'm going to go. But look forward to that for next time, because I got a lot to say about it. So, this has been your ramble. Reach out to your friends. They might need it. They might really need it. Or it might just be a bright spot on an already bright day. You don't know. But you have the power to be that thing. Go do it.